Hello everyone, welcome to Cooking with the Community. My name is Cliff and I'm going to be your cook for the day. I'm going to cook us a nice simple 30-minute meal. I'm going to prep some ingredients and we're going to cook you a nice supper very easily. What I'm going to start with is I'm going to start with my protein. I've already parboiled 2 pounds of chicken, boneless, skinless. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take it and I'm going to cut it into small, good sized cubes, not too big, not too small. And I'm going to get a bowl to put it in.
I know.
You could do this anyway. You can cube it real small, you can cube it kind of big, you can leave it the whole breast. It doesn't really matter, it all cooks the same. But I boiled this all the way through so it's fully cooked. It's a very simple meal to do on the fly. If you have all the right ingredients and you have the work already done, it doesn't take long. Okay, after I get my protein cut, I'm going to start adding the ingredients. First thing I'm going to add is 1 can of cream of chicken soup. This is the key ingredient. Make sure we get all that in there. Okay, and then the second ingredient we add to this is 1 pint of sour cream. What we're going to do is we're going to fold that in. Make sure you get it all nice and mixed up. You want it to be thoroughly mixed. Breaks up the cream of chicken soup so it's consistent with the other ingredient. Okay, and after you get that folded in, I'm going to take a casserole dish, usually about a 9x6, and you just add your ingredients in. Make sure you spread them out evenly. Now you don't need any salt or pepper with this because there's a lot of sodium that's in the cream of chicken soup. You can add pepper if you want. I usually add after. Now the last ingredient is 1.5 packages of RITZ crackers. And you just take them, crush them in the package, spread them around the top. You might not need the whole packet and a half, but depends on how many cracker crumbs you like. Okay, the last ingredient before it goes in the oven is I take a 1/2 stick of melted butter and I just drizzle it across the top. You don't have to use the whole thing, and then I set that off to the side till I get my starch prepped. All right, the second ingredient I'm going to be doing is baby red potatoes. What I did was I parboiled these to speed up the cooking process. So I just take these, I just cut them in cubes. You can cut them smaller, you can cut them just in half. the smaller you cut them, the more flavor you're gonna get on them. And you just boil these till you could just poke a knife into them. You don't want them to split apart on you. Okay, now that we got them all cut, we're gonna add them into a bowl. Yeah, add these into a bowl. Okay, so I have my baby red potatoes cut. I'm gonna put in a tablespoon of chopped garlic. Then I'm gonna put in about a half a tablespoon of black pepper, and a half a tablespoon of salt. Then we're going to add about a half a cup of olive oil, and you're going to toss them in the bowl. You get them all mixed up, and they're going to look like that. They're all nice and oily, and they have spice all over them. Okay, I'm going to take a baking sheet, about yay big. Can be a little smaller. I wouldn't go any bigger than this one. You can grease it any way you want. I just use a little spray. It's already got the oil on it because we don't want them to stick. Basically what I do is just pour them on the tray, spread them out evenly, and then we get them all spread out evenly. My last ingredient on the baby red potatoes is tarragon, and I just sprinkle a little across the top. Gives it a little green, and it tastes pretty good too. All right, so our main course and our potato are done. I'm gonna cover the chicken dish. You don't have to cover it tight. You can loosely just put it on the top. Then you're going to take it, put it in your oven, 375, 45 minutes. At the same time, you're going to put in your potatoes. And the potatoes do not have to be covered. You want a nice little brown on them. All right. Okay, now we're gonna do our vegetable. What I have here is I just got a bunch of fresh asparagus. Nice green vegetable. And where I figure out where to cut the ends off is I snap them. And that gives you where you should cut your ends off. So I just take the whole bunch, and there they are. What I do with these, take these, grease your pan, Spread them out evenly. Then I take my leftover butter from the drizzle on top of the chicken, and I drizzle the butter in there. I hit it with a little olive oil. Just a drizzle. And I take a pinch of salt. Pinch of pepper. And just drizzle some garlic across the top of it. Doesn't really matter how much you use. You can use a lot if you like garlic. You can use a little bit. You don't even have to use the garlic. Salt and pepper works just the same. The dishes that are in the oven take 45 minutes. You're going to want to hold off on your asparagus. They're only going to take about 15 minutes to do at 375. So I'm going to put these off to the side and wait for a little while before I pop them in. This meal is real simple. You can prep this meal ahead of time. You just pop it in the fridge, and when you come home from work or wherever you've been for the day, just turn your oven on, preheat it, 375. When it's done, pop it in 45 minutes and you're having dinner. And I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's all done. Okay. And when your chicken's all done, it should look just like that. Okay, so we have that. Get rid of this cutting board. And there's your baby red potatoes, nice golden brown. And here is your roasted asparagus. And I'm going to put together a plate. Okay. That's how I work. Take some potatoes. And some green beans. I mean some asparagus. Green beans. And there you have it. This dish, it's called chicken Ritzy. It's a recipe I found a bunch of years ago, and I've been making it for a long time, and it's a decent meal. It's filling, and it's fairly inexpensive too. It's a good quick meal for a family of 4. And you can also switch out the vegetables, whatever kind you like. I just like the green with the red. It looks nice. And there you go. Bon appetit. My name is Cliff, and I'm cooking in the community. This is chicken Ritzy with oven roasted baby reds and roasted asparagus. Enjoy, bon appetit.